Where have all the good men gone and where?
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel for M-Wall Reviews. I meant to get this out a couple days ago, right after my other video with Zeta and Fans Toys Skydive. This is the two air raids that I'm getting out now. I wish I got it out sooner because I kind of wanted them to just get done with this series, because of all the Fan Toys figures, all we have is just three. That would be Fan Toys Maverick, Down Thrust, and Iceman. This is Iceman. This is Zeta's version of Air Raid, and that would be Airstrike. I think they have a mini one. The mini one of this is called Sky Strike, and they have Zeta put out a bunch of mini aerial bot figures. Probably gonna do Combaticons. Probably a lot of other figures coming out from Zeta that are smaller for the Legends or smaller scale with the small mech Fans Toys figures and all that stuff. Right now, I'm always gonna be Masterpiece, as far as I can tell about myself. I'm not gonna go anything other than, to me, the best. Why would I downgrade? But there's nothing wrong with those figures. If that's your thing and you like things on a smaller scale and you enjoy those figures, that is all the more merrier. When it comes to Air Raid, I'll just say a first forward. Air Raid was one of the more daredeviling group members of the aerial bots. He was very cocky. He's also very confident, very daring. He's the hero type. He's the type that would go in and do what needs to be done and get things going, get things rolling, save the victim, take down the monster. That's what Air Raid does. So he's one of my favorite aerial bots, and we're gonna get into the look. So when I talk about the look of Air Raid for these two figures, let's start this time. Finally, let me start with the Zeta one. Let me adjust my camera a little bit so I can get a better scope on things. I think I'm a little too close. With this Zeta one, I'm gonna put pics up on the screen of Air Raid, what he looks like from the head down. Air Raid for Zeta version, I think, is not bad. People always complain about the bot modes of the Zeta figures, and I really don't have a problem. I mean, he was actually, before I sold my original ones out that came out some years ago, and before I got the whole set, the ZB06 metallic painted set, even though the head sculpt was different for Air Raid and I think for Fireflight, I love this new one compared to the old one. This is so much better, the new one, compared to the old one that Zeta had for their figures. People talk about this, but I like these. This one especially. I like the bot modes of this figure. I like the way it looks. I like the way that it doesn't handle so bad. People act like these handle really bad, and this is just made for Superion. Ooh, that's tight. Practically, this figure, like my other one I mentioned in my other video, is pretty much brand new to me, because I really I haven't messed with these hardly at all. I have barely messed with these. So yes, I'm not gonna say too much different. I'm not gonna hold these sections long today because it's similar to what Skydive's video was. As far as the look, looks good. You can see for yourself. It's got plenty of plane on it, plenty of backpack, plenty of that, and we'll get down to the articulation later. But as far as this one's concerned, I think this, to me, is one of the better looking Zeta versions of an aerial bot out there. When you get into Fans Toys, it goes without saying, Fans Toys looks great. Yeah, I think I put pictures of head sculpt of how Skydive looks in the head, and how both of them have the rim around the head right here that matches the G1 pick. I'm kind of looking over to the side, looking at the pick right now from Zeta, and I feel like yeah, they've done a good job with the screenshot. I think I just lost my pick, but I'll put it up there when we need to, concerning Scott. But they got a lot of matching details. I'm looking at the screenshot right now, like here for him, you can't count Zeta. It's not really very good there, but here they try to, probably 2 red spots here instead of a yellow and a red, but they try to get this right. This looks good. Head sculpt looks good. Chest looks right on par. Not so much with this one, of course, though we can tell who that is. But yeah, but you know, Fans Toys, you know the deal. Why I keep repeating myself. The feet look better than the screenshot. It's kind of, you can see the screenshot for yourself, how they gave you a little more of a tip here for toes or whatever, and how that just looks, to me, that looks better. If you're going to make a masterpiece, make it look better than the original bots, the G1 toy versions of them, as well as the cartoon. You make them look better. So as far as the looks is concerned, of course, this one's more accurate. This one I still love. Let's get on to the feel. I'm not going to spend long here either. We've gone through this. We've gone through this before. The feel of these figures is quite a world's difference. We know that starting with Fans Toys this time, we know that this figure, it's going to feel a ton better than this other figure. It's heavier, it's weightier, it's got a heavier backpack. That's just the way it's going to be when it comes to Fans Toys, comparing with pretty much everything else. Well, especially Zeta. I can't say everything else because X-Transbots is making a run. And just to make a quick comment here, you know, when you talk about the Perceptor that's come out and how I saw Fans Toys just put out an incoming for their Perceptor for Fans Toys on Show Z and probably some other sites. I'm saying they are competing. Make no mistake. Fans Toys is competing with Zeta, with X-Transbots. They're coming to a head. They're seeing that X-Transbots got a ton of figures coming out, and they're making them better, it seems. I have both Jansen and Perceptor because I had already paid for the Perceptor for Fans Toys before even Jansen even knew it existed. So they, not to get too far off this for the feel, they are making a push, and they gave, all of a sudden out of nowhere, they gave Perceptor for Fans Toys. They gave it a whole bunch of heads. So, you know, just keep that in check. There's something going on. There's something there's some competitive vibes starting to pop up everywhere. So anyway, the feel of this, heavy, feels great. This one feels good to me. I have no issues. Half the weight of this, but you know, this one feels great to me anyway because it's pretty much untouched. So I really like this version. This is one of my favorite Zeta bots, other than Silverbolt himself, as far as, yeah, the Zeta version. So feel, you know, half the weight, but still feels great. That rhymes. Let's get on to the transformation and the mechanics. As far as mechanics is concerned, I'm just going to go through a few articulation steps before I transform them, so you can see the bot mode look of them. Even got a special surprise here sitting to the side concerning a new figure I just got in. I wanted to compare them all because they're all pretty much the same type of figure, and you'll know when you see it. For my special surprise sitting over here to the left. I just got it in yesterday or the day before and had just opened it tonight. So yeah, as far as articulation, very tight on these. I think it's going to be similar to Skydive, which is sitting down there somewhere. It's friction based here. I'm sure there's going to be probably some ratchets in here somewhere, out to the side especially. I don't go through a lot of detail. I do my own kind of review. I just, kind of do my own thing. Head looks up. You can make it look down if you want to move the piece there. I got to sit the shoulders out a little bit more. But, yeah, however you want to do it. But these, I'm looking for quality. I'm looking for something that moves, that's tight, if not ratcheted. And I'm just fine with that. I'm kind of easy to please to speak because I can get my animations into a pose using special techniques that even if this articulation does not get it to where I want it to go, I can I can work around it. So I'm very easy to please when it comes to certain figures, but I still want the best I can get for my money. So, yeah, it has enough. It has enough that I can use for whatever I need to use it for. Fans Toys is not going to be a whole lot better. Big backpack in the way. You're not going to see a whole lot of movement. And thing about this one, this might popple. I just dropped it over not long ago and trying to pop it back up to where it fits into, the backpack fits back together again. I'm not going to get too deep into this. I'm just trying to give some articulation points. You've seen the weapons that I put over there as far as accessories. Maybe a few head sculpts here, a few head sculpts there. I don't, me. I don't get into, if you don't know me by now, you watched a few of my reviews at least. You know that I don't get too far into accessories too deep. I do show them sometimes when they're just easy for me to grab out of some of my piles over here in my boxes where I keep them all. But yeah, ratcheting all over the place, night and day compared to Zeta's version. Side doesn't ratchet, it's more friction based. But going out to the side, that's not ratcheted. This time it's not ratcheted either. And you see this little piece keeps coming back. The back tail fins keep popping out. So it's ratcheted up, soft ratcheted up, I guess. But it seems like it sounds different going up than it does going back. So, and very great ratchets on the knees. And here on the hands, not going up, but definitely hard ratcheted going up there, and the elbows, basically friction. Can't get a lot of head movement here. It goes all the way around, no problem. Just, you're not going to see a lot of down unless you can't move it like this one. You can move the flap because it's part of the transformation, but this one, can't really move it. Okay, so no further ado, let's get to transformation and we'll see the alt modes for this. And I might go back and throw in the look and feel real quick with the plain modes being set as well. So let's do that.
Where have all the good men gone, and where are all the gods?
Excuse me, okay. Got this all transformed up. I'm not going to really do a field section. I'm going to continue on with the after transformation during the mechanics session. I may go back and throw this in at the end of the look session just to see how they look all transferred up, just to compare things. But for this is concerned, I'll just give you a little 360 view, moving my camera around. Not 360, maybe more of a 180 view to see how these guys look transformed up. And I guess I can just get into the quick look of this right now. These two, Iceman, and of course this one's Iceman, one is a Zeta. This is a Zeta Airstrike. The paint is one of the first things I want to talk about, and this does tie in with the look. I thought Fans Toys does a bang up job on every figure of recent that they put out as far as paint concerned, if my camera even does it justice. But I say that to say that I think Zeta's paint job on their figures this one in particular matches Fans Toys. I don't think my camera's doing it justice. The paint on this Zeta Airstrike Air Raid is marvelous. It's a great paint job. ZB06 version of these items. You would think different. You would think, this is Fans Toys got it beat hands down. Not per se. Maybe for the whole entire figure, Fans Toys, certain parts looks better. The white looks better on Fans Toys. It's more grayish white on Zeta. But as far as the top part of this plane and just how it looks, it stands out. I gotta give Zeta props. It looks great. It looks just as good as this to me. They did a great job repainting their original Aerial by Toys. There's one surprise I had here, because I'm trying to make these quicker, like I always say, is that I just got in a beloved Decepticon that everybody been talking about lately. And I just got in Skywarp the other day. And it was the surprise I was talking about in the beginning. It still got its plastic on it in places, and I have not done much with it. I may do a review on it. If not, I'll just do I got all three of them, Thundercracker, Starscream, and Skywarp. I may just do a review with all three of them being displayed. But what I want to say is that even though Takara is very expensive, more expensive really than the Fans Toys or the Zeta, maybe even them put together, what I paid for, though I did get a discounted rate for this. This is charcoal black. This is not pure black like these. If you can even tell from the camera, let me lift my camera up just a hair. There's a different black here. This is not the same black as the pure black that's on the Fans Toys and the Zeta version. Here's the Fans Toys version on my right hand, and I'll grab the Zeta version. The charcoal black, in my opinion, I'm not a color person by far, but this looks like definitely more charcoal. It has its own beauty. It has its own look, the Takara one. But to me, I like this black better. When I was loving this until I decided to do the review on these two, and I said, okay, these black. I forgot about how the black paint on these stand out so well on these two right here. When I got this in, you know what? I won't kid you. I was a little disappointed in the color comparing with these two. I was a bit disappointed. And I'm also having an issue with this Skywarp that I might mention if I do a video, that this wheel here won't even, I'm not doing a video on Skywarp right now, but that wheel won't even stay in place. But just to give you a little scope of 3 black planes that are well known in the Transformers universe, these are it. These are the ones I have. I'm actually kind of tired of planes, but I'm glad I did do a section on this. So. Okay, so yeah, there's just a few things going over following the transformation. Just a few transformation things I noticed. Right now, even starting with Fans Toys real quick, I transformed this maybe 2 or 3 times. In the past, it's been a while since I've done it. Since I first got it, then I did it on animation, and then I haven't done it since. Just getting this down and getting it, you really have to press this whole back collaboration of wings and tail fins that you bring down from the back of him. You really have to press it down pretty good to get that. So this is kind of popping out a little bit, as you can see on camera. Then I can get that down. I just don't want to take the time to do it because I wanted to finish this review. I noticed that, just like the unique, just like the other Goose, Fans Toys Goose, I'll put some pictures up just showing you that, how you had to specifically position the arms. They kind of fold in, double fold in, and they minimize and they fold in under the chest. I think most that have these figures are aware of that. Some issues regarding, and I'm scrolling through my pics as I'm talking. Part of the wing here is bifolded, so when you get it down on the Fans Toys version, you have to, it's kind of like a double fold here. So you have to fold it back over and fold it back down on here. And also, there is an issue that I noticed with the legs. The legs, you got to keep them at a 35 to 45 degree angle to fold them in, to get them to fold in, and then you bring them back to line up. The picture should show it pretty decently enough on the Fans Toys one. It's not cut and dry. You really do have to have it at a certain angle to fold that in. I thought that was pretty unique when I was transforming it, just to bring that out. And just showing some pictures about how the wings fold back and how you got to get some sections under other sections, or the other sections fold, come back and fold under and go up top. I'm showing about 2 or 3 pics on this Fans Toys version concerning that. With these, with the Airstrike, the only thing I noticed that some pieces, like when I'm folding the arms in, there's a piece in here that's a flap that just breaks off. I'll show a picture of that as well. It just breaks off. You just have to just get it positioned just right, so it'll just stay in there. There's nothing super fancy. When this comes down, you got to go the long ways of it. I don't think there's anything super intuitive about Airstrike other than just pieces that break off. And there's maybe one other issue. I guess when I'm folding this out, you fold it back off the top of the head that's folded down, and you just have to, the picture will show, you have to bring this down in a certain way just to get this oriented right, to push it back in place. That's the main thing about this. Of course, you're not going to have the solid connection like you do on Fans Toys. It's good, just the same like the previous review I did. It's just not going to be as solid. When this gets together, and then disregard the piece I didn't get all the way plastered down. I might have to take some things back up to get that plastered down. That's how solid this goes together. It's together, and it's not coming apart anytime soon until you manipulate it in the proper ways to take it apart. So that's just some interesting things I knew about the mechanics, the transformation, and we'll get on to the rest. Okay, so for final word, before we get to the score charts, these are great figures. I love them. They're two of my favorite Aerobots, including Silverbolt and Air Raid. They're my favorite Aerobots. The only thing I can say is that, it's pretty cut and dry, especially for Zeta Toys and their version of Air Raid. This is where I have to state something about the legs. I noticed that sometimes on the Air Raid for Iceman, I feel like, in my opinion, this is strictly my opinion, I feel like the one I did for for Goose, Fans Toys Goose. I feel like the legs are just a little better. I've always, for some reason, this seems like it's not as stable as far as the legs are concerned as I felt for the other figure. Excluding Silverbolt for Goose, Fans Toys Goose. I feel like there's some times when this is just, of course the backpack's big, it tips over, but that's not the first time when I dropped it earlier in the video, that's not the first time that's happened. There's something in the legs that is not as stable as, look at that. And I feel like it gives it that, it's an integrity issue there. Which is the only thing I can really say about Goose. As far as the figure and how it looks and how it feels and the mechanics, it's fine. Well, except for the mechanics coming to the legs. I feel like the Fans Toys Goose, the Fans Toys version of Skydive, was, to me, sorry for my shaky camera, a little better. So other than that, thank you for joining in. I always enjoy these. Got some more coming up. One more point to make is like when I grabbed one of the latest figures I got, we already went through this. When I grabbed like DX9's Mortar Master is barely taller, than Air Raid. It's the Fans Toys versions are just so big. I'm glad that the Cliff Jumper coming out and some other figures coming out are going to be a little bigger from Fans Toys. That's good, but it's the size. Just like I did at the end of my Skydive video, the size is what makes the difference to me. So anyway, do not take that the wrong way. But of course, anyway, that's the point I brought out in my last video as well. So this probably will conclude until Fans Toys brings out any other version of their Aerobots. I think who's left? It would be Fireflight for Fans Toys, and then it would be the one that talks a lot. I can't think of his name right now, but you guys know who I'm talking about. I have the Zeta version of him, but I can't think of his name right now. There's two left, and they need to bring them out soon. So, no further ado, you guys, thanks for coming. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be blessed.
Where the mountains meet the heavens above, out where the lightning strikes the sea, I could swear there is